So how do you help therapists at this personal level to do this kind of more right brain kind of psychotherapy?
Well, a couple ways. One is in supervision. I'm really interested in the parallel process. So I am interested in what's happening emotionally between my supervisee and me in the room. So
Mm-hmm.
that's one really, rich resource that I have in real time to be modeling how to do that with them.
So give us a
Um,
flavor for that
so,
kind of thing,
okay.
even a little briefly. Yeah.
I'm supervising a young woman. A couple years ago, I was supervising a woman who had a trauma history of her own, which is fairly common, right? It's common anyway, 1 in 3 women out there, but I think maybe even more common in people who go into our profession. And so I'm interested in how stuff comes up for us.
Mm-hmm.
And so in the first half of the year when I was supervising her, I would talk about what it was like for her sitting in the room with that client that had a trauma history, which she was noticing in herself, and then what it's like talking to me about it, and then talking it to her, what it's like for me to be asking her about it and wondering about it, and what I'm seeing in the client that might be different because my history is different and my
Mm-hmm.
awareness is different because I get to just listen to the session on tape. I don't actually have to be having the primary affect in the room, right? So
Right.
I have the benefit of 20/20 hindsight and distance.
Right.
So all that taken together, I'm attending to all the kind of parallel processes of what I'm
Mm-hmm.
feeling and not saying and am saying and wondering about my student who may be saying or not saying certain things and wondering about her client, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Although we're not allowed to make our students go to therapy themselves, I really strongly encourage it of everybody I supervise to begin to do their own work. And it seems as though the fact of our own reactivity or trauma history or triggers is not what makes us vulnerable. It's the fact that we're not examining it and knowing it in the room and being aware of it
Yeah.
that gets us, that bites us in the ankles.